But why in the negative zone? That's the question. Has there ever been any legitimate business done in the negative zone? And the client has to pay an absolute fortune for it, just for a read. And obviously aliens don't exist. Something's off.
The story is trending again because Bernie Sanders mentioned something on Rogan. And you're right, the client did pay good money for you not to ask these kinds of questions. So get in, do the read, and get out.
Okay, but something doesn't feel right. We're a British agency, remember? See something, say something. Anyway, I'm making the transition now.
Obviously, if you run into some problems, we have a shadow agent in the negative zone. But you know that's only for emergencies, right?
I would rather be probed and tortured by aliens than call her. She would never let me live it down. Should I go to Area 51 to see the alien spaceships? No, and here's why. They are not really alien spaceships. Well, I guess in the Mexican, according to Trump kind of way, they are alien ships, although space was never explicitly mentioned. Let me back up. Humans are a forgetful bunch of ostriches, living with our heads in the sand. Also, these heads are filled with magical worlds too fanciful to describe, so I guess keeping them in the sand makes sense. It's scary outside of the sand and we are scared. Fair enough, I get it. But you're looking at things from the wrong perspective, Gary. Imagine a target very, very far away. Imagine the story of an arrow, knocked, released, flying through the air and landing in the target in less than a second, 200 meters away. I want you to imagine each moment or frame of that arrow's journey. You might be wondering if time and space are connected. Einstein, I have some thoughts on your general theory of relativity, but that's for another time. So each frame of that arrow moving forward is a snapshot in space-time. Stop me if I lose you at any point. Speaking of you, consciousness is a funny thing. Little old royal we get to affect the big story of life. We have, in a sense, globally paused that arrow, flipped it around, and we are seeing it and experiencing it from a different angle or perspective. If we took our heads out of the sand and worked together, just imagine what we could do to the global story of the universe. Well, I say that, but that brings me on to my next point. My first point, in fact. The first point that you have forgotten already. We are so forgetful. We even forget how amazing we have been, and assume anything we find that isn't a tree or we don't understand comes from some distant planet. No, ostrich, you just forgot how you made it. Okay, but why shouldn't you go to Vegas? Well, that's got to do with our stupid heads buried in the stupid sand. Our short memories. They aren't alien ships. They are us, an artifact from a highly evolved version of humans that was wiped out 12,000 years ago, dug up and investigated. However, us humans have forgotten that knowledge we once had. Oh, you don't know this stuff yet, do you? Google Graham Hancock or ask me nicely and I might explain it another time. Here's your answer, Gary. Don't go raid Area 51. Instead, make your voice heard that you want these artifacts investigated properly, not in secret by some Bob Lazar characters. Although, technically, this is the negative zone, so the fact that I'm choosing to not say more means that somewhere, somehow, it is actually said, right? The negative zone is so complicated, and definitely for another time. I forgot to tell the Time Bandit about the stable X-25 I found.